A world where the life you dream of isn't just a distant desire, but an unfolding reality shaped by the power of your own mind. The wealth, the love, the health, the freedom. It exists, waiting to be claimed. Yet the only true barrier is your belief in its possibility. And now, imagine that hidden within you is a force greater than any obstacle, stronger than any limitation. A power so vast that when properly harnessed, it bends reality to meet the vision you hold within. This force is not outside of you, nor is it some distant secret. It is your own wonderful human imagination. Right now, you stand at a threshold. Behind you, the echoes of an old life, a life shaped by circumstance, by unconscious thought, by past assumptions. Ahead of you, a new reality waiting to be realized. Many live as though their fate is written by forces beyond their control: society, upbringing, luck. They navigate life as passengers, adjusting to whatever conditions arise, believing their power is limited to reaction rather than creation. But there is a truth, one that has been known by those who have shaped history, by those who have lived lives of fulfillment and success. That truth is simple. Reality is a mirror reflecting your inner world. This is not a metaphor. It is the foundation of all creation. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions, they cast the blueprint for your experience. And whether you recognize it or not, you have been shaping your reality since the moment you first became aware of yourself. So why does this matter now? Why should you wake up to this power today? Because the moment you do, your life begins to shift. No longer do you wander through life at the mercy of external forces. Instead, you become the deliberate architect of your experience. No longer do doors remain closed. They appear sometimes in places you least expect. No longer do obstacles seem permanent. They dissolve, making way for movement. And the greatest transformation of all, the way you see yourself. Because once you recognize that you are the source of all you experience, you cease to live in fear and hesitation. You step into certainty. This journey begins within. Before anything changes on the outside, a transformation must occur in the mind. What do you believe about yourself? About the world? About what is possible? These silent assumptions form the foundation upon which everything else is built. And if that foundation is weak, if it is built on doubts, fears, and limitations, then no amount of effort will create lasting change. But here is the good news. Beliefs are not fixed. They are malleable, shapeable, open to reconstruction. If you have lived under the weight of limitations, you can just as easily rewrite the script. A powerful tool for this is affirmation. Speak to yourself as the person you are becoming. Declare it as already done. Say, I am abundant, I am powerful, I am worthy of the life I desire. Not as a wish, but as a fact. At first, your mind may resist. It will try to argue, to pull you back into the comfort of your old assumptions. But persist, because repetition is the language of the subconscious. And in time, what once felt foreign will become second nature. Now we move beyond words and into vision. The great inventors, the great leaders, the great creators of history all shared one thing in common. They saw the reality they wished to create before it existed. Your imagination is not idle fantasy. It is the workshop of creation, the place where new realities are born. And yet, most people allow it to run wild, filled with worries, distractions, fleeting desires. But when you discipline it, when you train it to hold a vision with clarity and conviction, you awaken its true power. Close your eyes. See yourself living the life you desire, not as a daydream, but as an experience. What do you hear? Who is with you? How does it feel to be in this life? The more vividly you engage with this image, the more real it becomes, not just in your mind, but in your world. What you frequently imagine, you will eventually experience. This is not wishful thinking. It is a law. Your subconscious cannot tell the difference between reality and a vividly imagined state. The more you dwell in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, the more your external reality begins to mold itself to match. And yet, the mind alone is not enough. Creation demands movement. You cannot sit in stillness, waiting for the world to bring your desires to your doorstep. You must act, not from a place of striving or force, but from alignment. If you were already living your desired life, how would you behave? What choices would you make? What habits would you adopt? Begin to embody that version of yourself now. Not tomorrow, not next year, now. Take the step, however small. Each action is a signal to the universe, a declaration that you are ready to receive. And as you move, momentum builds. A single step leads to another, and soon you find yourself in a reality that once seemed distant. A question for you: what is one action you will take today that aligns with the life you are creating? Declare it below in the comments. Speak it into existence. Let this be your first step toward transformation. But what happens if you do nothing? If you let fear, doubt, or hesitation hold you back? You remain where you are, not because life is against you, but because you have not chosen to move forward. The mind, left unattended, will always return to what is familiar. And so the days pass, unchanged, until years have gone by and the same dreams remain unfulfilled. But the moment you take control of your inner world, the shift begins. People, circumstances, opportunities, they adjust to match your state of being. A powerful practice is gratitude in advance. Write down, as though it has already happened, the life you desire. I am grateful for the abundance flowing into my life. I am thankful for the love and joy I experience every day. By giving thanks before the manifestation, you step into the feeling of already having received. And in doing so, you accelerate its arrival. Lastly, remember, no one creates in isolation. Surround yourself with those who uplift and inspire. Let their belief reinforce your own. And when doubt arises, as it inevitably will, do not let it deter you. See it for what it is, an old pattern, a habit of the mind. Smile at it, release it, and return your focus to the life you are building. The world will tell you to be realistic, to settle for what is within reach. Ignore it. Reality is not fixed. It is fluid, shifting, bending, responding to the one who dares to shape it. Now the choice is yours. Will you remain as you have been, or will you step into the life that is waiting for you? Speak it aloud. Claim it. And act as though it is already done. If these words have ignited something within you, leave a comment below. What is the first step you will take? Name it. Declare it. Because today, right now, you are at the threshold of something greater, and the only thing left to do is step forward.